What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you very much for clicking on the video. It does mean a lot to me. This is my very first Genshin video, but it will be the first in a series of many because I am having so much fun with this game. I cannot put it down. I've been playing pretty much non-stop the last few days. Now, the focus on this video will be a beginner's guide. We're going to go over some things that will help you out early on in the game. It'll help you level up. It'll help you discover places, and I hope it is helpful. I myself was a beginner, and I wish I knew some of these things early on, but that's what this video is for. If it is helpful, I do hope sincerely that you guys come back for more future videos on this game. So with that said, let's jump right into it. What are some early tips you can use to have more success in Genshin? Here we go. Okay, so the first thing I want to focus on with this beginner's guide is distinguishing between your character level and your adventure rank. Those are the two key leveling systems in Genshin. Now, taking a look at my characters, Venti and Fischl are both level 40 respectively. I have ascended those characters once. Barbara and Changyang are a bit behind. They're level 20 and 19. When you first start out, level 20 is the maximum for a character until you ascend that character. And to do that, you have to be level 20, and you also have to have certain resources. We'll talk about that in a second. This is in stark contrast to your adventure rank. Adventure rank is completely different, and whereas character level determines things like your character's stats like health, damage, hit points, all those things, your adventure rank mainly governs which activities you have access to. Adventure rank might be even more important to level up, and we'll talk about that in a second, and I will make a dedicated guide on how to increase your adventure rank quickly because I know most players are focused with getting that up so they can gain access to other things. So your adventure rank will let you into things like co-op. It'll give you access to the battle pass later on. Your adventure rank is going to be really important because it makes it so that you can have access to certain areas, certain dungeons. All of those things are tied behind your adventure rank, and that has its very own experience, just like your character level has its own experience. Character has character XP, adventure has adventure XP. So how can we focus on leveling those up? That's going to be the next focus on our video. Okay, so just like I said, exploring is one of the key draws to Genshin. You want to explore and discover as much as you can, and that would be one of the things I focus on very early on. Even more so than doing the story would be just going out, looking around, exploring this beautiful world, and finding all the different locations. As you can see, I have opened up a decent portion of the map, but I still have a long ways to go. This is a massive area to explore, and some of that is restricted early on. You can't gain access to it until you progress in the storyline, but a lot of it is opened up, and a lot of it is accessible right from the jump. Now, I have opened up quite a bit of the map. I would focus on trying to find as many fast travel points as you can, trying to find as many statues or shrines as you can. These all serve as ways to get back to that area. And another key benefit to it as well is every time you discover and open up a fast travel point, that does give you adventure experience. So if your focus is going to be on getting your adventure rank up, exploring is going to be a key contributor to that. Not only that, you also will notice that there's certain resources that are only available in certain areas. So you want to make a mental note of where those things are. And one way you can do that, one way you can help that out is by using the interactive map. I will link that in the description, but this will be a wonderful way for you to place markers and indicators on your own map over where key things are. For instance, over here near the Mondstadt city, I've placed some markers for the different aminos. I'll talk about that later on in the video, but that's a really good thing to place markers for because you want to find as many as you want to find as many of those as you can in order to donate those to different statues and get your stamina up, among other statistics. So focusing on exploring, opening up your map, placing markers for key locations, getting all the experience that's associated with finding new fast travel points, that's going to be a way that you can early on get a better sense for the game, get a better sense for where different resources are, and it'll give you some much needed experience both for your character level as well as for your adventure rank to help you hit those early goals in this game. So one of the most important things to do in this game is opening up chests. Finding chests and opening them up is going to be one of the absolute best ways to not only improve your characters with the stuff inside them, but you notice that whenever you open up a chest, you do get adventure experience. That's going to be really, really important. It's going to be one of the better ways to increase your adventure rank early on in the game. Not only that, you notice here that I've gotten a few good things. I got an adventure experience. You guys saw me use that to increase the character level for Chung Young. I got a hero's wit, which is the best way to level up a character. So you pretty much want to grab every single thing that you see inside the chest. That same thing applies too for just exploring in the game. You want to grab every single thing that shines in the game. I don't care if it's a fruit or if it's a sweet flower here in this case. If you're in the library and you see a bunch of books, grab every single one. This is a great game because your inventory space is pretty massive. You don't have to really worry about your space filling up. So pretty much grab everything you see, especially the chest. So if you see a chest off in the distance, the ones that have the little red circle around them, those are being guarded or protected. In this case here, they're being guarded by that big guy. You want to pretty much grab every single chest. The better ones, the precious ones, and the luxurious, they will give you not just more adventure rank experience, but you'll also get better loot from inside them. So exploring, finding chests, grabbing all the resources, that's going to be something that you want to do pretty much from the very onset of this game.
About the well-being of my
One of the more important things to do early on in the game is to upgrade your statues of the 7 as much as you can. Now you find those statues early on as you're progressing through the main campaign, and the way that you upgrade them is by grabbing aminos. You can see one here directly on the screen. This is why using the interactive map is so important. You can use that. It shows you where all those locations are, and if I wanted to, I could easily place a marker here on my map indicating that, hey, this is where one is. And then that way, once I do grab it, I can take that marker off. So we're going to go ahead here, we're going to grab this amino, and then we're going to make our way over to a statue of the 7 and upgrade it so you can see those benefits. So let's go ahead and grab this. And now we're going to make our way to a statue of the 7, and we're going to turn those in. Conveniently, I have one not too far. This is where we can donate that amino we just collected, and we'll see the exact benefits. So I would highly recommend making sure that you put way markers on from that interactive map, and then as you collect them, take them off. That way you know you already have it. So here we are, we're at our statue, and if you walk up to it, if you talk to it, it'll give you the option to worship the statue. You can also use statue's blessing, and that will give you back your health. That's even more important early on in the game, but our focus right now though is on this upgrade right here. So if we click on this, I have 8 of these right now. I can either offer 1 or I can offer 8. Not only is it going to give me stamina, I'm also going to get some adventure experience. We're going to get primo gems, which are really important, especially if you want to get some of the cool things from the different loot boxes. And we're also going to get some Anemo sigils. So let's go ahead here, we're going to offer all of these. And now our max stamina has gone from 152 to 160. That may not seem like a big jump, but when you're trying to glide really, really far, you want to have as much stamina as you can. Not only that, but we also got some adventure experience, and we know how important that is. So upgrading your statues to 7 is going to be really, really important, and I think focusing on putting markers on your map from the interactive map and knowing where all those different aminos are will help you do that significantly. Okay, so the very next part of this video is going to be on how to improve your weapons. Let's take, for instance, the sacrificial bow that I have. This is a 4-star bow, so a pretty good one, and I have improved it from level 8 to level 20. Now, if you click on details, there are 2 ways to improve a weapon. You can either enhance it, or you can refine it. Now, refining a weapon is cheaper, but there is a caveat to that. You can only refine a weapon if you have a duplicate of it. So if I try to select a material, it's telling me that I require an identical weapon. So if I had 2 of these sacrificial bows, then I could basically consume one to improve the first. So I would focus on refining early on. You don't want to use a lot of your good upgrade materials and enhancement until you get better weapons. But like I said, sacrificial bow is pretty good, so we can enhance that a bit more. So let's take a look at how you enhance a weapon instead. If we go to enhance, you'll notice here that we have to likewise select materials, But now it's giving us more options. We can use a variety of things. We can even use other bows, for instance, to level 1 up. So let's go ahead here and select some of these slingshot bows. You see there, by selecting one, it's increasing my base attack from 71 to 75. If I add another one and another one, it's now going from 71 to 79. So we're getting some modest increases by consuming these level 1 3-star bows. But what if we throw in some of our more rare materials like the enhancement cores? I have some basic ones all the way up to some 3-star enhancement cores. If I throw some of those in, now for instance, we're increasing our level from level 8 to level 4, and you see a more dramatic increase in our base attack. So basically, by going into enhance and by using some of these cores that you get from those chests, you guys saw that earlier, we're going to improve our weapon significantly. So let's go ahead here. We're going to add some of these and try to bump it up to level 20. This is the highest you can get early on for a weapon. So it took us 3 of those basic lame bows and 7 of our cores. This is why I was saying you really want to focus on refining early on just to get your weapons to be slightly better. And then when you get some 4 and maybe even 5-star weapons, then you can use some of your enhancement materials to make them even better. So let's go ahead here and enhance, and this should be good to go. So we're going to lose some XP in the process, so be it. You guys are better than me. But now our sacrificial bow for Venti has gone from level 8 all the way to level 20. Our base attack is much better, and as another bonus, our energy recharge rate has improved. So improving your weapons could be the difference between winning a fight and not winning a fight. You want to focus on refining early on, and then use your materials to refine, or use your materials to enhance rather, to get up to that level 20 cap. Once you're at that level 20 cap, you can ascend a weapon, but like you see there, you do need weapon ascension materials. Right now I have 2 out of the 3. I'm missing 3 of a certain material, and that's what we need. If I click on that, it'll tell us where to get it. So I hope this part was helpful as well. Refining weapons is a really good way of improving your DPS.
Right now, I wish I was sitting at the top of a tree, looking out over a meadow, cider in hand.
So from time to time, you will come across different challenges, and some of these are really difficult. You can find some that are enemy related, so taking out a certain amount of enemies in a period of time. Other ones are quite a bit easier. Now this one here, I've noticed, is a bit of an easier one, but they all involve getting a chest at the very end.
Brace
so
yourself.
This one here, we have to get a chest within 60 seconds. So I want to try to climb up here as best I can and grab that chest. I would focus on getting challenges done if you can, strictly because you do get some good rewards from them. Like I said, if it's a challenging fight, maybe you might have to level up a little bit in order to get the job done. But this one here was quite a bit easier, especially because I have Venti. But even still, I think I could get up here regardless. A lot of these give you chests at the end, and they tend to be pretty good ones. So if you do see a challenge, give it a try. If you're having trouble, come back once you've leveled up. Hopefully get lucky one and get some easier ones. But these challenges can be a nice way of getting some additional rewards for pretty minimal effort. So the last thing I'll say, and it probably is the most important thing, is play the game at your own pace. Enjoy the game. You don't feel like you have to rush through everything. Explore, discover, have fun. When you get to level 16 for your adventure rank, play co-op with your friends. This is a wonderful game, and you don't need to feel the pressure to unlock every single thing, get the absolute best weapons, have a god roll party. Play the game at your own pace and enjoy. That would be my final and probably the best piece of advice I could give you. I do hope that this video had some helpful information in it. If it did, hit the like button, and even better, I would really appreciate if you guys would subscribe and come back for future Genshin videos, and let me know in the comments too if it was helpful. And also too, if you're a veteran player, put some comments down there too for things that I may have not included in the video that will be helpful for new people jumping into this game. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch up soon. See you guys.